this segment of Key's Clubhouse, the segment of Key's Corner where we're only talking about nothing but straight sports. And this week, we're talking sports entertainment. Because it's WrestleMania weekend, we got to run down both nights. And special announcement, the next episode of Key's Corner we are recording straight from WrestleMania itself. I will be in attendance at WrestleMania on both nights, so I'm going to be shooting an episode there. It'll be my first time at Cowboy Stadium, so y'all stay tuned for that. But with that being said, let's break it down. So as I said, WrestleMania is 2 nights. They're going to do that permanently now from now on. So Saturday, the card, which is subject to change. This is crazy that WrestleMania, like we're a week away and the card still is not even finalized. So that's pretty crazy. There's still some matches left to be announced, but hey, we'll go through. A lot of this stuff may not even be in order as of right now. So hey, we're gonna run with what we got. Day one, it's gonna start off with Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. Who cares? I don't see any way. I can't see from last year Drew McIntyre winning WrestleMania to where he's at now at the bottom of the card. And I mean, he's still a fan favorite. He kind of got lost in the shuffle right now. Drew McIntyre, yeah, and it won't even be close. Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul. Again, I could really care less. I think they're going to give it to The Miz and Logan Paul, which the only thing that will make this interesting for me is not even seeing Logan Paul wrestle. I think the more interesting thing would be if Dominic turns on Rey. I can't stand Dominic, and that's not even just from a wrestling point of view. I just don't think he has the look. He don't have the charisma. His in-ring skills is meh. I mean, he's not his dad. I don't care for the guy. I hope Logan Paul smacks him around. I'm going to give it to Miz and Logan Paul. The Tag Team Championship, Usos and against Nakamura and Bugs. I'm going to give it to Nakamura and Bugs, which I think, honestly, so you heard it here first. I think whoever wins this match, if the Usos lose this match, then look for Roman Reigns to lose also in the main event. But if they win, then I think he'll also, then Roman Reigns will win. So it's going to be a toss-up. I think a lot of people are expecting Roman Reigns to win this. I'm going to take Roman Reigns. I'm going to take Roman Reigns to win this. So I'll take the Usos to win. And then we got Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. I like Becky Lynch. She's great on the mic and everything. But Bianca Belair, to me, is just the most talented female, hands down. Yeah, even more so than Charlotte Flair. Hands down, she's the most talented in the WWE and all of wrestling. I mean, she's got it all. Like, I think the hair thing is a great gimmick. She's just so powerful, charismatic, good moves. I hope, and that's the way they did her when Becky Lynch first came back with the squash match. I hope, Bianca Belair gets some redemption for that. So I'm going to take Bianca on that one. And then Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. I mean, for the good of the sport, because I think Ronda Rousey is just here strictly for WrestleMania, and then she's off, back off doing something else. So for the good of the sport, I'll take Charlotte Flair. And then Austin and KO. Austin, one of my all-time favorites. I hope it's a natural match. I really do. I hope they don't end the show. I think it's supposed to close out the show, and I hope they don't close out the show on a talking segment. On a talking segment, I really hope they don't do that. So I really hope it turns into a match or something interesting, more than just KO coming out talking mess, Stone Cold coming down, stunning him, drinking a beer, and a night one. I really think that's going to be a big disappointment and a disservice to the fan. And I mean, it's not going to tarnish Austin's legacy, but I just hope we get something. And if it is a match, I hope it has to be worth it. I don't know. I'm just hoping this moment will be worth it. I have a feeling it's going to be a bunch of Texas legends coming out. Probably like JBL, Mark Henry probably would if he wasn't in AEW. Booker T, JBL, Austin, all coming out, probably doing their finishing moves on KO, calling it a night. I guess that would be a better moment, a better way to do it than just Austin. So I'm all for that. Can't even really pick a winner for that. And on night two, we got the Raw Tag Team Championships. RK Bro against the Street Profits and Alpha Academy. I think this is going to be the beginning of the end of RK Bro, so I don't see them winning. I do see them eventually, splitting up, which they've been great, but I think it's time. So I'm not mad at that. I think Alpha Academy might take this because I think they've been on a little bit of a roll lately, but I really like the Street Profits. I like them. I think they're the better team. I hope they win, but I'll give it to Alpha Academy. Austin Theory and Pat McAfee. This one can be either way. I think most people really either one, don't care, or two, just think that it's going to be Pat McAfee all the way, because he is hugely over with the fans. So I could see him coming away with the win, getting a little WrestleMania moment. But Austin Theory is Vince's dude right now, so you got to figure Vince might show up and make something happen to sway it in his man's favor. So this one could go either way, but it is WrestleMania. And, I mean, Austin Theory has way more to gain from this than what Pat McAfee does. I don't see Pat McAfee going on and having an actual singles career. So I'll give it to Austin Theory. The next match, Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville. Who cares? I'm just looking to be entertained in this one. I think Johnny Knoxville will get the win. Poor Sami Zayn. He deserves better. But this is a good spotlight for him. A lot of people, this is going to make the news rounds and media and everything, and that's kind of how you have to look at it. So it's good for him in that sense, but he just, Sami Zayn does deserve better than that. But I'll give it to Johnny Knoxville. Can't believe I said that. And then the Women's Tag Team Championship. Carmella, Queen Zelina against Naomi, Sasha Banks, and then Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler. They just smashed a whole bunch of people in there just to get them on the card. And it'll be Naomi and Sasha Banks coming out with the win. Good for them. They deserve better. I get why they don't. There's only so many matches. That's what happens when you have a bloated roster. So, and then the match everybody wants to see, Brock against Roman. Based off of what I said, I picked the Usos to win, so I guess I kind of have to go Roman there. Very kind of anticlimactic of me, but it is what it is. With Brock, everybody's biggest criticism of Brock was always that he's a part-time champion. He comes and goes whenever he wants. But you can't even really say that no more. He hasn't been, he's been pretty consistent. He's been there for a while now, consistently for a while now. So you can't say that. However, everybody tends to ramp down a little bit after WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure Brock is at that point where he probably wants to go away for a little bit. So it only makes sense for Roman to win. Because Roman's going to be there day in and day out every night. So I'll give the win to Roman. And I mean, I don't see after this. I mean, there may be a surprise return. We got to talk about some of the surprise returns. Bobby Lashley is rumored at this point. Is not official for the card, but is rumored to be going against Omos in a match. Don't know how they plan on writing that in. It's just a way to get Bobby on the card. It's actually a little bit tougher to call when you think about it. Unless you're really planning on pushing Bobby Lashley afterwards. Maybe he gets involved in the main event. Technically, he was kind of screwed over with the title. So when Brock won the title, so maybe he does get involved in the main event. I'm not too sure how fans would react to that. But it's going to come at the expense of Omos. And they've been building up Omos as this big old monster, which he is, but he's kind of trash. So, I mean, it's tough. If that happens, I look for maybe Bobby Lashley getting involved in the main event. Also looking to, another match we didn't talk about was Edge and against AJ Styles. I know I'm kind of jumping back and forth now, but I think I skimmed over that one. Edge, AJ Styles, I'm going to give it to Edge. I prefer if AJ Styles wins, but this is what some people believe is a dream match, and it may steal the show. It may steal the show. And I feel like when you have a dream match with somebody who was born and bred WWE, as opposed to somebody like AJ Styles, who made a name for themselves elsewhere before coming to WWE, as much of a he's a living legend. He'll go down as one of the greats, all time greats. But you have to get the nod to the WWE. I like AJ more than Edge, but I think you have to give the nod to the WWE character over somebody who is a big name elsewhere. So I'll take Edge to win, but I'm pulling for AJ. Look for that to steal the show, unless Seth Rollins comes out and does have his match with the returning Cody Rhodes. I think that match will. I don't put too many people, as far as match wise, people who can put on a good match. I don't really put too many people above Seth Rollins. So now you add him and Cody Rhodes, who can really go in the ring as well. I think they can probably put on an even better match than what Edge and AJ, and that's saying a lot. So hopefully that happens. Finger crossed. I really want to see Cody back. I heard he signed, but there's no guarantee that he shows up at WrestleMania. So hopefully that happens. If that happens, I look for that to steal the show, and I look for Cody to win. I would look for Cody to get the win on that one. So I mean, that's it. That's all the predictions. That's all we got for now. That's all we know as of this point. We are a week away. So at this point, I'll check back in again when we have, when the episode's done. When the episode's done, it will be post WrestleMania. So we'll talk about it then. Other than that, I'm Keith, and you just got Quincy.